What's up, guys? Welcome back to another one. In the really messy garage right now. I'm going to be cleaning this up in the next few weeks, but got autocross coming up next weekend. Really nothing else going on. Next weekend is 4th of July, so got Monday off, and then autocross is on Sunday. So gotta do an oil change on the all road, and then and that's on Sunday. Sunday is autocross. So yeah, garage is pretty beat right now from all these different projects that I've got going on. So that'll be on the list of things to do in the next, well, probably next weekend, just to kind of keep it light since it'll probably be hot still. So maybe Friday or Saturday, just put a couple hours in, just get this place cleaned up so I can start working out of here once I get some more materials. But wanted to go over the Subaru. Wanted to give you guys kind of an update of what I did probably a couple months ago. Since then, I hadn't really been doing anything to it. I hadn't really touched it. So just want to kind of do just a quick update, kind of direction as to like where it's going to be going. So basically, like, my game plan to like get the interior pretty finished up over the next few months. I'd like to try to get the interior done for the most part before winter. But we'll see kind of how that goes. And when I say finished, I mean like to the point where I can paint it and have it all finished that way. Like wiring and stuff, like that stuff's a long way off. But so here is the interior as it sits. So cleaned out a bit. Obviously you can see the cage is in. So basically my initial plan was to do just a auto power 4-point, which is what you see here. You got basically your points back on the rear strut towers, and then you've got, you know, just your main hoop, and that was it. There was nothing from there forward as far as your, I don't know if you want to call it an A-pillar bar. So not really great directions that come with this thing. I had considered just having someone do a cage for me, or getting, you know, I don't know, a pre-bent setup. But well, this is basically, it is pre-bent, but or bending it myself, I guess. But I've never done that, and then, so I figured pre-bent was the way to go. So auto power made basically the whole thing all pre-bent. So everything does come in pieces though. So I don't know. I looked at a few different things, and it was kind of hard to tell what way it was supposed to go, mainly because of those A-pillar bars. You can see my gussets are kind of halfway on there, but the way it fits is kind of interesting. I basically found out that really this bar is meant to sit back behind the dash, so it should come out probably like 2 or 3 inches behind or in front of the dash. But I want it to be tucked behind the dash as like a traditional cage would be. So I made it work. There was plenty of material that way, but the door bars that come with it don't fit. They're too short basically. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and do like a different game plan for the door bars. So that's kind of next on the list of things to do, is get the door bars knocked out. I'm not gonna do like a rally car style or anything like that. It will be similar more like to like a drift cage, with the 2 bars that come out that are real tight on the door, with the vertical tubes that are in it as well. And then we'll have anti-intrusion bars that tie the cage into the front fender well. And then obviously we got the dash bar right here, but otherwise been kind of goofing with gussets, as you can kind of see, like this one. I kind of goofed with the gusset there just to see what it was like. Got a press and stuff like that so I could dimple dye that out. But what I'm actually going to be doing finished product wise, I'm going to get some more sheet metal and actually go from bottom all the way up to the top, close it in real nice, make it look like it's meant to be there. But she's in there. Have to finish weld a lot of it as far as like the chassis, chassis plates and things like that. So gonna have to do that, box all that stuff in, finish weld it, but I want to get all that other stuff in first just to make sure I'm obviously not making any mistakes. But the other elephant in the room since the last video was is the dash. It's not just the camera that's backwards. This is actually a right-hand drive dash. So I got this from an importer in Canada, I believe. So I just got the dash section. The center console and everything is actually from a USDM 05 STI. And the dash is obviously from a 05 and up JDM STI. Or I guess it could be just a normal Impreza too. But either way, there's not a whole lot of it left. A lot of it had to be cut out, so I wanted to make sure I did it pretty nice. Same thing up here though, so like when I do the anti-intrusion bars, after I get that done, I'm going to have gussets that go here and kind of finish the dash off, and then I'm going to have, build my mounts for the dash and everything. But was able to put together a pretty clean center console. As far as making this thing right-hand drive, basically I got the pedal assembly and stuff for the right-hand drive like from the stock car, but obviously all the mounts and things like that are over on the driver's side are not over here, but there are some holes that line up where like the steering shaft or the column, where the column will go. So there's some holes I'm going to have to fill, but for the column, I'm going to use that hole there. I'll probably steal the insert on the driver's side and just fill that in afterwards. But that's how I'll make the steering column work. Obviously I have to build my mounts off of the dash bar there. And then currently my other idea is instead of going with the stock pedal assembly, I feel like I'm this far into it, I might as well put a pedal box in it. So I'm unsure exactly what I'm going to do at the current moment, but from what I'm thinking, I think I'm going to do, like a Tilton 3 pedal box with obviously like the dual master for the brakes, and then obviously your single for your slave for your clutch. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do like floor mounted. The whole idea of like pushing a pedal that pivots off the floor is kind of different for me. So I was looking at like the hanging style with the back facing master cylinders and things like that, so they're nice and accessible. So not 100% sure right now what I'm going to do there. Really, there's no point in getting any of that stuff mounted until I know where I'm sitting. So I'm going to borrow some seats from a friend of mine and kind of get an idea of where I want to be sitting. And then once I get my column, and then really I'll start with the column, and I can just kind of act like, kind of get an idea of where the pedals will be. Then I can figure out the pedal box situation. Otherwise, the car is going to be pretty finished, but I'm going to have like probably the 6 over crust panels in the back. Maybe, I don't know yet. I might just do like sheet metal and just go that style. But it's going to just be painted. From there, the floor I will have carpet. I'll probably have to make some like little hold downs for it. I'll have carpet going under the seats, under the center console, and pretty much for the most part the whole way up. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet about trim, things like that. I might just do my own thing so I can be kind of one-off. The stock plastic stuff is kind of hard to come by, and it looks real cheap, so I might just do my own thing. But otherwise, it's going to be kind of like we'll call it like a resto-mod race car. Like, it will have a lot of new things, as far as technology stuff goes, but otherwise, it'll be still kind of rough around the edges, race car, no sound deadening, any of that stuff. So the one thing I did want to kind of mention, it's kind of hard to see with the gusset plate in there, but because of the weird bend in the basically the A-pillar bar, there is kind of like a weird blockage of view there where it kind of obstructs your view. But with where I plan on sitting, which will probably be right about where I'm holding the camera, I don't think it's going to be that bad. So we'll see. This is kind of why I want to wait till I get my seat in to make sure. I obviously would love plane going by. I'd love to have it be like perfect, have it super tucked up nice and tight. And it is for the most part, but it's just kind of weird how that bend works, and I made it work to the best of my ability. But kind of is what it is. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm definitely going to be plenty safe in here for what I'm doing, which is going to be mostly like autocross and things like that. So yeah, not too bad. All my welds in here with my 110 little welder did okay. They're not pretty all the time, but I got some good beads, and when I finally get my gussets in there, I'll have some halfway clean stuff. So, but anyway, so that's kind of an update video here. I'd like to get that interior, like I said, painted. I'd like to get the carpet in, all that stuff in before winter, and then we'll see if I can get the channel to pick up enough steam to where I can start picking up parts and stuff, and then reinvest it back into getting the body kit and all that other stuff. Like, that's really kind of where I'm at. So we'll see how it goes, but otherwise that was kind of a extended version of an interior video. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update on the Subaru. Bruce is going crazy. But yeah, Cars and Coffee was super fun this morning, and yeah, I just want to do a quick video on the Subaru updates, kind of where we're at, and stay tuned for more. We'll be doing more of that. We'll be working on the Audi in the next video, so keep an eye out for that, and getting ready for autocross. So until then, hope you have a great night, or a great day, great morning. I guess this video will be out pretty early in the morning, so have a good day. We'll talk soon. See ya.